is simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are, receivers, to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
On first and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
They're right there at the one. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it for.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle from TC. It's Andy Dalton.
A day one starter his rookie year. He also won a whole lot of games as well. First 5 years, the Bengals went to the playoffs each and every year. Continues to evolve as a quarterback, learning how to work around a running game, an offensive line, and receivers that continue to develop.
Space to maneuver. 10, and all the way. In for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 7. Four yards. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. A little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And now running right through it. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. At the end of one, 7-6 our score. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. To throw is Wilson. Room to run inside the 40. And McDonald here over the middle. And finally taken down at the 34. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guy... He's carrying the ball very, very happy.
They go play action with Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And now this is going to be close. The defense. Defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Here's Wilson to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, and the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. He drops it off for Bernard. Finding room inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Mixon trying to punch it in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal. They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton on third and goal. Pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bullock will put this one through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Bengals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
First and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To Mixon on the check down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part... Remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a first down and then some. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it up. High level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead,